Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm the Mysterious JG. So in the last video, one of the more interesting things that happened was, and I did in fact finish that video, and like I said, I didn't actually have time for a recording session. So I paused my game and went off and did some other stuff, and now I'm back. And one of the interesting things that happened, because PS4 has the awesome power to just let you go into sleep mode. Man, I wish sometimes I think back to renting like Ninja Gaiden for the NES and trying to win that game and spending an entire day at it. And then, like, I don't know if it's Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden 2, but I remember specifically, like, the parents, it was Saturday, they were like, you are not staying in the house playing this game all day. And it wasn't even like forced to go outside and play outside. It was the family is going to the mall. Uh, and going to the mall, on the weekends every so often back when I lived in kind of a more rural-ish area. Um, well, why am I being coy about it? I used to live. Family moved around, and at one point I lived in Nebraska, and I wasn't like Nebraska is much like any place else. Almost everywhere you can live in America, most of the land around you is actually fairly empty and undeveloped. As crazy as that sounds, if you're not right in the middle of New York City or Los Angeles. But it's a small. Omaha seems like a small city if you've lived in a big or East Coast city. And the biggest mall in the area was actually like a 2-hour drive away from Omaha, and we lived pretty close to Omaha. And I just remember it would be a big deal on the weekends to go to the mall, and not every weekend, but every couple of weekends. And it was fun, and I enjoyed it. And I really wanted to finish playing Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden 2, whichever one it was. And I don't know why I'm off on this crazy tangent, but like, you could pause the game and leave your Nintendo running, but even at the time I knew that wasn't a great idea, and like I remember doing it once and just kind of hoping for the best, because A, games used to glitch out in hard lock, and B, I would always worry that I was going to permanently damage my Nintendo. PS4, man, you just like hit a pause screen, go to low power mode overnight. It's freaking awesome. Anyway, one of the more interesting, because now I'm going to go into another long spiel. We encountered a guy being hanged or hung. You can check Grammarly and tell me. But this was a guy who we had rescued him earlier. His arm had, he was badly injured. We took him to a doctor. His arm got amputated. This was like an optional side, whatever the hell quest. And I came across him again, and he was like, please help me out, mister. And I didn't even understand who he was until after he was killed, because Arthur then tells the lawman, well, sad to say, I once saved that man's life, mister. Took him to the doctor when he was dying. And the lawman was like, well, you can't know what kind of man he turned out to be. I'm sure you did the right thing, partner. And it was kind of an interesting little moral lesson, except that it assumes that, obviously assumes the death penalty is okay. Because this guy had killed a woman for mocking his disfigurement, so he didn't seem like a very good guy, again, assuming that was true. But the guy asked you to save him, so I found myself vaguely wondering, I wonder what happens if you do save him. Well, what I did is I set Google to work, and I found a thread somewhere where people were screaming at the person who originally posted about it for not marking spoilers, because it was a spoiler that an unnamed NPC that you don't necessarily have to encounter will die. Whatever. And it was just really like almost immediately this thread stopped being talking about what was going on, and started being people pissing back and forth about whether that was an appropriate spoiler and whether the guy should be banned. Silliness. And now I won't name the YouTuber, because finally I got my answer from YouTube, and I won't name the YouTuber because I'm going to be kind of critical of it. But I'm looking at this YouTuber made a video, and he did something that I never bothered to do, which is a custom thumbnail, clearly meant to drum up views and interest, because this is almost certainly somebody, I guess I don't know this for a fact, this is almost certainly somebody who's monetizing their channel, because basically the video is entitled, what happens if you save the man who gets his arm amputated, and I guess the video title goes on to talk about from hanging, because it has like this picture, he's got a custom thumbnail of the guy in the chair, and he's got a custom thumbnail of the guy which is marked secret outcome. And the thing is, but I went to this video, it's like 12 minutes long. I went to the video, I started watching it. It was apparent that this guy was really going to string you along before you got an answer. So I started flipping through the comments, and somebody in the comments says, long story short, if you shoot the guy down from being hung, he gets shot by one of the lawmen while trying to run away. And then I flipped ahead a few minutes in the video, and yeah, in fact, after having spent 12 minutes getting there, and I know it's probably seems pretty hypocritical because I'm off on this crazy tangent now, the guy takes 12 minutes to get there, but yeah, that is in fact, he acknowledges that's what's happened. Then he goes into speculation about how it's probably a good idea to let the guy die anyway because he was a criminal, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, you motherfucker, you made a 12-minute video on your channel that's monetized with a thumbnail that hints at a secret outcome, like you're going to get a super cool prize, but it's all bullshit, and you stretched it out to 12 minutes because I don't understand how YouTube monetization works, except that I think the more time you get people watching, the better you do. So it's like, damn. Anyway, now that I've spent 6 minutes railing against that and talking about how Westroads Mall might not even be there anymore, but man, that place had the cool toy stores, had electronics boutique. It had the Irish shop, which was fun. The local mall, which was much smaller and was like clearly getting ready to go out of business when I was there as a kid, had a British shop, which I also liked because you could get Jelly Babies there, and I watched Doctor Who. But yeah, the point is, you can never get those 6 minutes back, and nothing really useful happens if you try to rescue that guy. He dies anyway, and you just kind of get a wanted level. And there's no indication that he was innocent of what he was charged with. Apparently, the dude is going around having one arm, being pissed off about it, and kill some woman to make himself feel better, and then he does. So now we sold off our rat meat. It's time to see what's up with one of the year's most innovative new chefs, Dutch. What are the odds I can open this door? Slim and none. Too much. There's just there are ways that you can kind of tell that was a background door. Mysterious Maya the bee. Do, 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 do. Is this supposed to be a bookseller's? No, it's it's like a general store. Okay, well, there's somebody actually walking out. So, oh no, that's the theater entrance. Dutch is, well, maybe he's at the theater. For some reason, I thought I knew where he was. Like some point in the last video where we got real close to where Dutch's video or mission starts, I actually located where he is, and I don't think he's in the theater. I know it's silly because I bought a Get Rich Quick book for $50, which I didn't even read. I just kind of flipped through it and gave you guys the option to pause and read what it says if you wanted. Because I have money, so I might as well try all these rando events. But the idea of paying for a ticket and going in there, and then Dutch isn't in there, and the mission isn't triggered by entering the theater is bugging me. So I'm not going to do it. But here, I think this is probably Dutch and the gang, yeah. Dutch and the gang, ready for a street challenge.
You're late. Couple of days in this.
Oh, it's my bad. I just realized I have the sound on, so that's coming through my headphones and the TV speakers. Probably not loud enough for an echo, but I'm hearing one. It's going to drive me nuts. I've got two different Dutches yelling at me that I'm late.
Place you turned into some clock-watching city boy. What's the urgency? We need to leave forever.
I like
We've been doing well,
clocks.
making money, but for us all to leave together, we need enough for a boat. Now, I found a friendly ship captain. He's willing to take us to Australia or Tahiti.
What?
We just need to pay for passage and give him money for land when we get there. No questions asked.
Tahiti?
We will disappear, be reborn.
Well, where the hell is Tahiti?
South Pacific, an untouched paradise.
Who lives there?
Like your ex-girlfriend.
I guess.
Tahitians.
We made a bit of
They're a
money
treat.
on that riverboat job, but not enough for us to leave and live peacefully. Where's the rest coming from?
In there.
So we are gonna rob that place.
Well, I didn't think we was fixing the plumbing. I don't know if you have noticed, but we are on the clock. I reckon we got a few days before the Pinkerton show, and then, well, we're done. Now, we need money. Bronte
Whole lot of
said this
spending
place
money.
has got money. Come on.
Do it for Tahiti.
Gentlemen,
Okay, well,
this
this is...
a robbery.
I wasn't expecting
The
things to
hand is
turn
up,
this
gentlemen.
violent this fast.
None of you will die. Annoy me, and you all will. Now, remember,
Now, I'm
we
gonna
just
need
want
everything
money.
you got on.
Don't make us kill you. Mr. M, leave these fine folks to their valuables. Mr. S, check that room back there. I got this one. Dying. That's your choice. Not mine.
Guess I'm losing Paragon points for...
Acquaintance inside.
something about being Quebecois.
Open the gate and let my acquaintance in. Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know we've been real good friends, and I've certainly paid off a lot of bounties here. And I'll pay back this one, too, when we're done.
Let's hurry this up.
Okay, I guess I've got to rob these people before he opens the door.
Do you want me to frisk him, or you got this?
What are you... Okay, fine. I have to rob everybody
Give
individually.
me your money. It ain't worth dying on.
Okay, fine, it's yours.
That's a good point. Money is not really worth dying for.
There's nothing much here.
What?
There's nothing really here.
You're sure?
Yes.
Then get out here and get ready for company. All of you! Behave. We don't want to hurt any of you. Mr. M, check the safe.
You mean Morgan?
Open it.
I don't think they keep much cash in there.
Well, I want to get back the money I've spent on my wanted levels.
There's almost nothing here.
There should be stacks of cash in there. He told us there was. Look again.
There's no.
I can't believe the mafia would lie to us.
Coins, that's it.
Damn!
We got a problem. There's a ton of cops out there.
Well, I was starting to do the Keystone Cops music, and I just completely lost it instantly.
Like a good time for sarcasm to you, Arthur.
What we gonna do, gentlemen?
Something. The trolley. The trolley. Follow me, gentlemen. Go now.
But I'm the only one who knows how to operate the trolley.
Does this trolley go to Tahiti?
I hope so. All right, shoot us some space.
Hey, wait, why am I wanted? I got a mask on. They can't possibly know that I'm...
We got some in those alleyways, Arthur.
Stand up on that balcony. Some riders coming on this side.
Arthur, cover our left. Lenny. Arthur, you need to help Lenny now.
What? Fine. Well, swap sides. Okay. I didn't know what button swapped sides.
Coming out of the bank on the right. Gotta pay for this. Outside the saloon. Oh, damn. We are really moving here. Arthur, slow us down. Slow this thing down.
What are you talking about? It's not even a mini game. It's just something that happens.
The thing's broke. Hold on!
Wow, that's not really a San Francisco treat at all. And thus we see the death of Dutch. Wait, Dutch can't die. Oh, Lenny could die. I should be... Matter of fact, Lenny probably does die. I need to be prepared for that. It's possible he'll get out away, but...
You take right, Lenny. You okay there, Dutch?
I'm fine.
So I alternate between trying for headshots and realizing I'm never going to get anything beyond bronze in this mission and just not caring. Although if I can avoid having to continue, I might get some kind of points for not using health items, since I never remember to do that.
On the balcony here. Damn it.
Where are they on the balcony? Oh, that balcony.
This is getting ugly.
You know, if they're too freaking far away for me to actually see them, Red Eye doesn't help. Dead Eye, Murder Eye, whatever doesn't help me that much. Now they want us to move. Okay. Lost my hat again, damn it. The law won't tolerate you around anyhow.
I've been better, son.
Lenny, keep it on!
Stay in here too.
We can't let them follow us.
This way. Onto the street.
Can't let them follow us to Tahiti.
Look out. They're
Great.
closing the road.
Out of...
Move, boss. Stay with me.
Us the O'Driscolls jump us and tear down this. We need to...
I'm gonna die if I don't kill this guy fast. Fuck. Yeah, I'm all out of Deadeye juice.
They are gonna get it now.
Because I didn't come equipped for... I mean, I could have brought rifles and stuff. I could have refreshed my memory on how the cover system works. Okay, so now they're going this way. Oh, the balcony. Well, I'm not really positioned for that. Ah, fuck.
Are you shooting?
That ain't nice.
Trying to reload and... There, got him right in the head. Right in the noggin. And then I wasted another shot after he was already dead. I'm hitting that guy right in the cover. There we go.
Let's go, Dutch.
Guess they got a guy. Now I'm right in the middle of the frickin' street. That's not a good idea, I'm sure. Man, the city's got a lot of cops. I think we killed fewer guys than this in the Mexican army in the last game, which is set in the future, but... Is he still up? Oh, there's a guy above me on a balcony, and I gotta figure out a way to get him, or he'll kill my comrade. So I guess they got him eventually. And I, of course, ran right into where the next round of guys were spawning. I'm doing great. You egg-sucking dog. That's right, we work for Terry Funk. I've just decided.
Keep that wagon intact, okay? We might need it.
That was kind of badass.
Right back at them.
I'm gonna have a shot on this guy.
Head for that wagon.
It's the plot wagon. It's like a chuck wagon full of plot. All right, use Red Eye. Missed completely. Good job, GG.
Arthur, come on. Before any more show up.
Well, that's got to be a continuation point if nothing else, right? Didn't use any health items. If I can get out of here without failing whatever portion of the mission's next, I might just get some kind of silver rating on this. Oh, looks like it's a rail shooter because I'm not driving. Just stay there, man.
Looks like they ain't giving up yet.
Well, you know, we killed an awful lot of cops. They're probably kind of pissed. And those are guys just like unloading into me with a rifle while you do nothing, Arthur. I think I just need to rely on Lenny to drive a little faster. So we're wanted dead or alive, which is, you know, seems fair considering how many cops we've killed. There would come a point where they're like, you know, I'm not necessarily going to give this guy fair warning before I attempt an arrest. If I see him later.
Damn! They blocked the road.
Hold on. Use this.
Trying to shoot.
Oh, wow.
That'll do it.
Continued free fire.
You see any more?
Just keep going, kid.
You okay back there?
Looks like I kind of got lucky with that.
Just get us out of here.
$165. So I guess this is a plot mission where we are not friends with the mobsters who clearly hated us and were messing with us.
I think we're clear.
You know what, Dutch? Next time, let's not damn discretion.
Seemed like a good lead.
I know, but...
Well, we made it. Thanks to you.
Don't mention it.
And
Yeah.
Arthur did
You're a
quite a
good
bit
kid.
there.
And we each got $15. Oh, and a quarter. Don't forget the quarter.
Shut up, Arthur. He set us up. Played me like a yokel.
I'm aware of that.
Put the
Like some
law
kind of
on us.
Chewbacca.
What did we do to him? What did I do to him?
Well, we robbed in his territory. He's the crime
Guess
boss.
He thinks he's the king around here.
Yeah, that's pretty
He
much
don't
it.
want the likes of you. So, what are we doing next, Dutch?
Burning him to the ground, presumably.
We just need money. One more decent take, and we're gone. The bank is our bet. Hosea agrees.
Even after that?
Especially after that. I don't feel so good.
Now you just got a bash on the head.
Come on. I'm taking you back to camp.
Hey, you did real good there, Lenny.
Give me a
Just wish it could have turned out better.
Hopefully you don't die real soon, tragically. Oh. Wait, did our wanted level go away? Or is it just only show... No, I couldn't be so lucky. Yeah, we still got a $165 bounty. This game. Now, all that being said... Oh, I got a $165 bounty everywhere. Well, we can do our mission for Eagle Flies, which is apparently required for the main story. Oh, and Jimmy Boy Callahan, or Calloway is... Jim Boy Calloway is back, having just kind of disappeared from the story for a long time. Where are we? I mean, I know we rode out of town. Okay, well, luckily our horse teleported to us. There's Hagen Orchards. So we can go find Ross Hagen and tell him that chili peppers burn his gut. As though for some reason he wasn't aware of that. Alright, well, in order to call it a video, I'm going to just go take care of the bounty that's on my head. Probably do something about restoring my Deadeye meter too. No, I don't see. I want something that'll restore the Deadeye core. Got fine cigar. You can sleep, smoke cigars, eat food, drink coffee, and alcohol. All right. Need to find my horse to regenerate my hat. Oh, apparently interrupted some boars. Thanks for finding me out here, horse. I realized I had actually absolutely no reason to expect that out of you. But it was real decent. Alright, well, the next... I mean, unless something else pops while we're riding around, looks like the story wants us to get out of Lemoyne and head into New Hanover for a while anyway. But, it's a bit of 6 1/2 dozen the other. But let's head for Emerald Ranch. Slightly longer ride. But, it'll get us out of the area where we're wanted that much faster. And will land us closer to where the game is actually going to continue. Pardon me. And there's probably worse things that we could do than make the ride by night, when there's going to be fewer people about to ask questions. And now that I think about it, actually following the rail track, I have to be careful on the rail bridge not to fall off, but this particular stretch of railroad is going to take us directly there. And again, though, we got to be careful on these rail bridges, because I was fixing to ride right off the edge. This one's a bit wider than the last one was. There's a fancy looking bird over there. That might have been one of the ones I'm supposed to get a feather for Fancy Dan, the fancy man. But to tell you the truth, I'm not that focused on his stranger quest right now. Feels like shit's getting real for Arthur and the gang now that they've made enemies of the mob. And the Pinkertons. Always enemies, of course, of law enforcement. And they're enemies of... Before the game even started, they were enemies of some other gang, whose names I keep forgetting. The Irish whatever gang. And Marston in particular, although everybody in the gang now has made enemies of the Lemoyne Rangers. So we're just going everywhere and making enemies. That's pretty much what's happening. Alright. I guess I'm going to save my game in case this turns out to be a disaster. At least I don't have to worry about keeping a bunch of saves before I went and let that one dude die who had been who I'd rescued before. Well, you know what? Honestly, this is a good time to end the video. The only question mark being, I was going to step away for a few minutes, so I just need to try to remember when I come back that I paused it and saved it so that I could go deal with a stranger on the side of the road who's going, ah! So if I come back next time and I completely forget to do that, well, make sure to chastise me properly. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.